Hello and welcome to the Black Entrepreneur Blueprint Show. I am your host, Jay Jones. Black Entrepreneur Blueprint was created specifically to educate and inspire Black entrepreneurs to launch, build, and grow successful businesses. Join us as we help build an economic power base in the Black community by promoting business ownership. If you are currently an entrepreneur or want to be an entrepreneur, we invite you to join us every week here at Black Entrepreneur Blueprint.
Welcome to the Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, episode number 238. I'm your host, Jay Jones, and today we have another outstanding and informative show in store for you. Today's show topic is the 3 biggest reasons your business is not getting enough sales. The 3 biggest reasons your business is not getting enough sales. And if you're not getting enough sales, guys, that means you're going to be out of business pretty soon. Now, before we get to today's episode, I just want to share a few things with the BEB family. Number 1, my new book is out, A New Black Wall Street, Circulating the Black Dollar Worldwide by Building Successful E-Commerce Businesses. So if you're interested in building a successful, sustainable e-commerce business, please go to anewblackwallstreet.com. Pick yourself up a copy. It's $14.95 plus shipping and handling. Now, if you need additional assistance building your successful, sustainable e-commerce business, I've created a compatible online course titled Educated E-Commerce. Just go to educatedecommerce.com and you can enroll in the course right there. Now, all you Black product producers, I've created a platform for you to connect with Black consumers worldwide. So if you create or make a product and you want to connect with Black consumers worldwide, please upload your products to besmartbyblack.com. besmartbyblack.com. It's free to upload your product information and you can connect and circulate those Black dollars worldwide. And that's what we're talking about, circulating the Black dollar worldwide. Now, all you Black freelancers, didn't forget about you. If you do anything that's on Fiverr.com or freelancer.com, you do anything like resume preparation, anything as a freelancer, I've created another platform called HireBlackFreelancers.com, HIRE, blackfreelancers.com, where you can connect with Black consumers and businesses that are looking to spend their money with Black freelancers as opposed to going to Fiverr or freelancer.com. Now, for all of you new listeners, first-time listeners, I want to welcome you to the BEB family. Please stick around until the end of the show. I'm going to give you all my social media contact information, and that way we can link up. So welcome to the BEB family. Now, let's get to today's episode. The 3 biggest reasons your business is not getting enough sales. You guys know business is about commerce, and commerce is a transaction between a buyer and a seller. And if we're not getting enough transactions, that means we're not going to be in business. Okay? Trust me, it's happened to me in several of my businesses. So today we're going to talk about 3 of the biggest reasons that you're not getting enough sales. And we're going to start with number 1. And number 1 is you're not building a database. Now, if you've listened to the podcast for any period of time, you've probably heard me give the example of how important a database is. So when Borders Bookstore went out of business, Barnes & Noble didn't go by their physical locations. What they bought was their database. And the reason being is that database is an avatar of the perfect customer for Barnes & Noble. They were competitors. So they didn't need the brick and mortar. They didn't need the inventory. They wanted the database. So your database, family, is a gold mine. And a lot of times we forget that. And all we're worried about doing is selling something instead of building a database. Okay. Here's a couple of tips in terms of building a database. Number 1, you want to start building your database before you need it. So if you have an inkling that you're going to start a business, start building the database before you even go into business, before you even have anything you need to sell. And we'll talk about that in a minute. And the way you start building a database is you create a lead magnet that attracts your prospective customer. You want your customer or prospect to raise their hand and say, yeah, I'm interested in that. So I'm going to give you an example of a BEB family member that I was talking with last week that has a resume writing service. Now, he said he's not getting a lot of business. So I told him, I said, you need to start building your database. I said, you need to create a lead magnet. And I said, you could create something like the top 10 mistakes people make when writing their resume. Just a short 1-page PDF document. So what you do is you run Facebook advertising. You have a landing page. People put their email in and their name. They click on that. Now they get your PDF report. So what does this do? Number one, it makes somebody raise their hand. That tells you, the business owner, that, hey, somebody's interested in this. So this is a prospect now. So now you start building this up. And you have to make sure that you give quality content. If you give them garbage, then they're not going to trust you as a business person or as a business. You want to give them quality. All right. You want to add value. So obviously that person that took that PDF is interested in writing a better resume. So, of course, you as a resume writing service, that's a great prospect for you. So there's several things that you need to do. Number one, in addition to giving a great lead magnet with good content, you want to create a community for your customers. Community sells. And it could be something as simple as creating a Facebook group. You could have a weekly group call for people to ask you questions. You know, you could do a Facebook Live or Instagram Live or whatever and do a call-in show. Anything that's going to build community around you and your business and or your product or service, whatever you're selling. Okay. Now, there's easy ways, guys, to build your database. And I'm just going to talk about a few of them. The first one, once again, is a free report or PDF. I just mentioned that. Next, you could do a free video series. So it could be a 5-part video series of how to write a winning resume. And each day you send out a video in your email link. And it's a 3 to 5 minute short video about how to write a winning resume or whatever your topic is. Now, the way you would set that up is with an email autoresponder. So when somebody signs up, they automatically will get the emails each and every day. So you're not sitting there writing emails and sending them out to individuals. So that could be a free video series or free video course. Once again, content has to be solid. Can't be garbage, something valuable. Okay. Now, you could also do a free giveaway to build your database. One of our BEB family members and a former guest on the show, Dustin Portia from Beard Organics, did over the holidays. He was giving away a Beard Organics kit. Now, just imagine if 1,000 people register for the giveaway, there's going to be 999 people that didn't win. So, but you still have those 999 plus the one that won on your database or in your database. So you just grew your database by 1,000 people by doing the giveaway. Now, one of the software platforms that I use for giveaways is called Gleam, Gleam.io, Gleam.io. So there's several ways, guys, to build your database. So that's reason number one that you're not getting enough sales is because you don't build your database or have a large enough database. Now let's give a numerical example. Say the resume writing service gets 100,000 people on the database, right? And he comes out with a product and only 10% of that 100,000 people subscribe to that product or buy that product, right? So that's 10,000 people. So just say the product was $25. That's a lot of money, guys. So the larger your database, the more you're able to monetize that. So make sure that you focus on building your database. Now, reason number two. Now, we're talking about the 3 biggest reasons your business is not getting enough sales. Reason number 2, you're not solving a problem. Okay, I know people talk about follow your passion or solve a problem. But you can find a passion and find a problem within that passion and meld the two. So number 2, you're not solving a problem. The 2 biggest motivators for humans are fear of loss and want of gain. Fear of loss and want of gain. Okay, so it's really fear and love. So it could be the fear of having acne. So you can have an acne formula that I forgot the one, Proactive. Okay, that's real big. People have a fear of having acne. What is that going to do to my, self-esteem? How's it going to make me look physically? So it's a fear of having acne. It could be something that the fear of bad hair. Okay. Well, like for men that are bald that want hair, you can get Bosley hair replacement. Okay. It's a fear. Okay. Fear of getting fat. So people go on these weight loss diets and use all these type of supplements. Or it could be for love or want of gain. So people do things because they don't have enough money. So let me try this business opportunity so I can make money. Want of gain. Okay. Oh, well, let me do this. It'll give me more freedom in my life. I want freedom. Let me do this because it'll change my lifestyle to the lifestyle that I want. So remember, you need to solve a problem. And the 2 biggest motivating factors for humans are fear of loss and want of gain. So you need to tap into that. Okay. So you need to identify a problem and help people solve that problem. And you need to be very specific. Okay. You can't be solving problems for everybody. And that's where I think a lot of people make mistakes. You need to be very specific. So, for example, I use the ABC formula, and that's something I just make up. And basically, it's just a way, it's almost like a way to create an elevator speech. So it's I help A to do B by C, whatever that is. So for me, is I help Black entrepreneurs to build successful businesses by teaching him the Black Entrepreneur Blueprint formula. Okay, could be something like that. So I help A to do B by C. And that's very concise. So if you can create that ABC formula, now you can hone in specifically to the people that you need to connect with so you can solve their problem. It's not hard, guys. It's not hard. So you're not solving a problem is number 2. All right. And number 3, which is real big, that I've talked about this before on the show, but you're not positioning your business, your service, or your product correctly. Positioning, guys, can make or break your business. And I've told this story before, but I have to tell it again because it's a perfect example of what not to do in a business. So I'm not going to call the business's name out because they're a major financial institution. But I was looking to do some consulting with the industry, and they took me down to their training facility, and it was for financial advisors. And I'm watching this course, and I'm watching how they teach their financial advisors how to generate new business. And so one of the tactics they said was you find a nice neighborhood, and they had this down to a science. You find a nice neighborhood, you go into the neighborhood during the day, you ring doorbells, and you stand back 3 feet from the door, and they give you this mechanical script. Hi, I'm such and such from such and such. Just want to introduce myself. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. And remember what the title of the job is. You're a financial advisor. You're talking about stocks, bonds, investments, rollovers, IRAs, the whole shebang. Now, if I'm sitting at home and some financial advisor rings my doorbell, introduces himself, my first thought is, if you're successful, why aren't you in the office taking care of people's money? But you're out here ringing doorbells. So right then and there, to me, they've positioned themselves as a peddler. First of all, you don't even know if I need your services. So to me, it's a waste of time. You haven't made me raise my hand. You haven't made me, take action to even see if I need your product or service. And while I'm watching this, I'm like, this is ridiculous. This is a multi-billion-dollar international company that's training their financial advisors to ring doorbells. And I was dumbfounded because to me it made absolutely no sense. All successful financial advisors are in their office helping their clients manage their money, or they're out in meetings on the golf course making deals. So they're positioning themselves as peddlers as opposed to high-end professionals. So you need to make sure that you position yourself as an expert, or you position your business or your product or your service as a solution, okay? And it could be high-end solution, low-end, whatever or however you need to position your product or your service or your business. So, for example, one of my beauty lines is a high-end beauty line. And the way that I get that across to my prospective customers is the packaging, the verbiage, and the way everything is set up on that business. So other people sell a similar product of mine as mine. I sell mine for $129. Other people are selling theirs for $30. Almost the exact same product. Now, once again, mine is branded, with my company information, my logo, and all of that. But the way I position that product, I'm getting $129 for the same product. Okay, the same physical product, even though it's branded differently and marketed differently as other companies that are selling the same thing for $30. And the only reason I can do that is because of the way I position the product. I'll give you another example. Beats headphones. So anybody that has a pair of Beats know how they come. They come in a nice box with all types of different pamphlets and things in there. So they're able to charge the $249, $299, $399, whatever they are, versus other companies that have the plastic clamshells, and you buying the headphones over there, which may not be as good as Beats, but they probably could get a higher price if they position them higher. So instead of selling them for $19.95, if they packaged and positioned it better, they may be able to sell those headphones, same ones, for $49 or $59. Once again, you have to understand how to position your product, your service, your business, or yourself. Whatever is in front of the customer, whatever is customer facing. So positioning your business, product, or service is paramount to your success. So if I'm selling a product and it's supposed to be a high-end product and it's coming in a brown paper bag with duct tape around it, that's not going to fly. So everything needs to be congruent in that respect. Okay. So today's show topic, the 3 biggest reasons your business is not getting enough sales. I'm going to recap this real quick, and then I'm going to go into something for Black History Month I just want to share with the family. All right. So the 3 biggest reasons your business is not getting enough sales. Number 1, you're not building a database. Build your database even in advance, family. Even in advance. If you're just thinking about starting a business, create a lead magnet, put it out there, and start building a database. Worst case scenario, you built a database, and you could sell that database to somebody that's selling a product if you don't decide to move forward. So the example of the resume writing service. Say you want to start one. You start creating lead magnets, building that database up. And then you decide, you know what? I don't want to do this business. But now I have 5,000 emails in that database that I could sell to somebody that is in the resume writing business. So start building your database even before you need it. That's number 1. Number 2, you're not solving a problem. That's really what it's all about, family, solving problems. And remember, the 2 biggest motivators are fear of loss or want of gain. Fear of loss or want of gain. So you need to identify a problem and help people solve it with your product and or services. All right. Some people get caught up in the things that they like. That's all fine and dandy, but you need to be solving some type of problem. And a lot of times you don't even know what the problem is because you're making assumptions. And so that's why I always say test, 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 and test. Take surveys. You may think that a certain industry has certain issues, but in reality, they really may be thinking about something else because you haven't taken the time to dig in and research. So you definitely need to make sure that you're solving a problem, and solving a problem that people want solved. Not solving a problem that you think needs to be solved, that people want solved. Okay? And last but not least, the 3 biggest reasons for your business not getting enough sales is you're not positioning your business, your product, your service, or yourself correctly. If you position yourself as a peddler, that's the type of business you're going to get. If you're a high-end business, position yourself like that. If you're a low-cost business and you sell on price, which I don't recommend you do, position yourself like that. Walmart can do that. They can get away with that. Regular business people can't do that. You can't build a business on having the lowest price. It's a race to the bottom. So position your business the way it needs to be positioned to be successful. Okay. Now, I just want to transition real quick, guys, because this show is coming out the first week of February. Excuse me, guys. I got a cold here. First week of February, which is Black History Month. And I just want to remind all black entrepreneurs that we have a responsibility. And that responsibility is to ourselves and to our community. So in my book, A New Black Wall Street, and I actually did a show about this, I created what's called a Black Entrepreneur Resolution. Black Entrepreneur Resolution. So we as black entrepreneurs have a responsibility. And I just want to read you the 7 steps of the Black Entrepreneur Resolution before we close out. Number 1, I pledge to use my talents, skills, and gifts to bet on myself and start my own successful business or businesses. I pledge to use my talents, skills, and gifts to bet on myself and start my own successful business or businesses. Who else better to bet on than you? All right. Number 2, I pledge to create a business that has a positive impact on my people. I choose to sell life, not death. I promise that I will not sell anything to my people that is harmful or detrimental to their mental, physical, or spiritual well-being. I'm going to repeat that. Number 2, I pledge to create a business that has a positive impact on my people. I choose to sell life, not death. I promise that I will not sell anything to my people that is harmful or detrimental to their mental, physical, or spiritual well-being. So I would never sell alcohol. I would never sell things that are not life-giving. Okay. And that's just me personally. You want to sell life, something positive that impacts in a positive way. All right. Number 3, I pledge to make a conscious decision to buy black and circulate dollars in our community to help enrich and stimulate our economy. I pledge to make a conscious decision to buy black and circulate dollars in our community to help enrich and stimulate our community. And that's why I created the platforms Buy Black, Be Smart, Buy Black, and Hire Black Freelancers. That's the exact reason I did that. They're free to get on, so we can go in here, put up our products. If you're, selling products to the community, and so we can support black businesses. If you're a freelancer, hire black freelancers. So instead of going to Fiverr and freelancer.com, please go to Hire Black Freelancers or BeSmartByBlack.com. And the reason I started Hire Black Freelancers was because I was looking for a black videographer in Philadelphia. And for the life of me, I couldn't find one until I shouted it out on the show. And then I got a couple people and I was able to connect. But instead of me going to some other, people, I want to spend my money and make a conscious effort with us black folk. OK, so that was number 3. I pledge to make a conscious decision to buy black and circulate dollars in our community to help enrich and stimulate our economy. 4, I pledge to teach my children about entrepreneurship and the importance of doing for self so they can create their own money and not be beholden to corporate America. I pledge to teach my children about entrepreneurship and the importance of doing for self so they can create their own money and not be beholden to corporate America. When you can create your own money, then you have freedom. You're not getting validated by somebody that's sitting across the desk from you when you're doing an interview. And that person or persons are going to validate if they think you fit into their system enough that allows you, okay, we're going to let you take care of your family. You fit into the system. And there's nothing wrong with that if you don't have, an entrepreneurial bone in your body. That's fine. Because this isn't, people aren't built for this. Everybody isn't built for this. But if you know that you are, or you think that you are, then you need to teach your children about entrepreneurship and the importance of doing for self. Okay, that's number 4. Number 5, I pledge to mentor at least one black entrepreneur and help them become successful. So the old saying, each one teach one, pull somebody up. Mentorship is big. Mentorship is big. I have a couple of people that I mentor right now. And it's a blessing to me because it allows me to share with them. And so you don't have to be a super expert to mentor. If you're 5 steps ahead of me, you can mentor me. If you're 2 steps ahead of somebody else, you can still mentor them. So you're always going to be ahead of other people, and you're always going to be behind other people. So there's no excuse, guys, not to mentor somebody. And it could be as simple as taking somebody to work with you, your business or your job. It could be spending time with them over the phone, sharing experiences. So number 5, I pledge to mentor at least one black entrepreneur and help them become successful. Number 6, I pledge to hire people from my community and give them an opportunity for gainful employment and advancement. I pledge to hire people from my community and give them an opportunity for gainful employment and advancement. And I'll use the example of the corner stores. So a lot of the corner stores in Philly are owned by Asians. Most of the employees there are Asian. And guess what, family? I'm not mad at them. The reason being is if you own it, then you can hire whoever the heck you want to hire. And statistics show that most people hire people that are like themselves, people they are comfortable with. So as entrepreneurs, as black entrepreneurs, we want to start hiring our people. When I had my mortgage business, out of the 45, 48 people there, 46 of them were black, okay, at our height. We only had a few other ethnicities in the business. And was it done purposely? No, but what we understood was we were going to give people an opportunity that may not get opportunities other places. So that was number 6. I pledge to hire people from my community and give them an opportunity for gainful employment and advancement. Number 7, and last but not least, I pledge to support positive causes that impact my community with my time and or resources. I pledge to support positive causes that impact my community with my time and or resources. So if you see an organization that's doing something positive, then support that. It could be time, resources, or whatever. But we need to start doing this, guys. And that's actually on page 14 of my book, A New Black Wall Street. And it's called The Black Entrepreneur Resolution. And it's 7 steps or 7 things that I created that I think as a black entrepreneur, and this is just my personal opinion, but I wanted to share this, that I think we need to do because we have a responsibility not just to our individual families, but our community as a whole, the worldwide black community. Once again, this show is downloaded in, my God, last time I checked, it was over 170 different countries. So we still have a worldwide black community. All right. And so we need to make sure that we're responsible for that community. So putting out positive things, positive images, taking control of the narrative. That's our responsibility. We look on TV and the movies now, and the reflection of us isn't good. So as entrepreneurs and change makers, you need to take hold of that responsibility and continue to move forward for not just your family, but for the whole community in general, the black community worldwide. It's about building and supporting black-owned businesses, putting out positive images for ourselves and for our children, our children's children, and being able to make a change. And that's what it's all about. Entrepreneurship, a lot of times people only think about money. Yeah, that's great. But once you get the money, or once you're in the process of getting the money, don't forget your responsibility to your community. And before we close out, guys, I just want to say this, and I say it each and every week. I couldn't do this without you. Each and every week, more and more downloads, and I attribute that all to the BEB family. And I say it all the time, guys, but you guys are always hitting me up. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. No, I appreciate you, because this is what I was put here to do. And you guys allow me to do that and allow me to share. So I just want to let you know that I love you guys and I really appreciate you. If you need to connect with me, anybody that's new to the show, please hit me up on social media. If you need to connect with me, if it's anything long, hit me on my email, jjones@blackentrepreneurblueprint.com, JAYJONES@blackentrepreneurblueprint.com, Facebook, Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, Twitter, jjones001. That's JAYJONES001. Instagram, jjones for real. JAYJONES, the number 4, REAL. YouTube. Please go to YouTube and subscribe to my channel. Go to YouTube, type in Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, and hit subscribe today. All right. I got different content on YouTube. Yes, the show comes out on YouTube. But in 2019, we're going to be doing a lot more video content. So please go to YouTube. Excuse that. Please go to YouTube and hit Black Entrepreneur Blueprint and subscribe. And if you want to be included on the BEB text line, please go to 555-888. Text BEB to 555-888. BEB to 555-888 to be included in the BEB text line for notifications and reminders about special events. And I'm not going to be bugging you, texting you all the time, because I don't like people doing that to me. But that's just for special events. And also, don't forget LinkedIn. Connect with me via LinkedIn, Jay Jones, and just search Black Entrepreneur Blueprint, and I'll come up. So please connect with me. I got a lot of stuff going on in 2019, guys. And we're trying to continue to get this good word out there. And once again, guys, I appreciate you and I love you. And I thank you so much for being a part of my family. Love you guys. I'll see you same time next week. Peace.